Bonjour, amigos.
Bienvenue a la...
Allah? Did you just call me Allah?
No, I said la to the.
Oh, I thought you were just like,
Well, if you're going to start with a different
Bienvenue,
language, you
Mohammed.
gotta...
welcome, Allah. I'm like, what? I said bonjour, amigo.
Yeah,
That's
well,
two languages. That's double.
Yeah, so I use two languages back at you.
Wait, what? How? What'd you say? Bienvenue.
Oh, Allah is both French and Spanish.
Oh, that doesn't count as two languages. Bullshit. Okay. What do we got today? Zero red light winners. We saw what, 2 or 3 in the pre-show? What do you reckon?
Yeah, we actually had a bunch of people looking out for
We had
them.
3 spotters going, but unfortunately, they have a low attention span. Yeah, they get distracted easily because they're all like quite young.
Yeah, they're children.
Yeah, and not the kind like just the younger kind.
Yeah,
You know
the
how-
young children.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how many do you reckon we're gonna get today then?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna go with 5.
5 and
4.
you know what? I'm gonna go with 4 and 5.
4 and 5. 5
Yep.
and 4. 4 and 5.
Yep. Low high and you're high low. Yeah, I don't know. Could be a short one today, so
Yeah,
we'll have to
we
wait
don't
and see.
have too much news.
How many things do we have? 1, 2. We have more bus news than tech news.
Yeah, we
Has-
do actually.
Not much has happened in the tech world last week. You know, a lot of like geopolitical stuff, as there usually is. Not so much tech news. So I guess we just have to wait and see how it all goes.
Oh, we've got a watcher back.
Oh, there we are. We'll see if he can catch some of these red light bus runners that we miss.
We could put the mic up next to him.
Yeah, I mean, when one happens, so he's got something to talk
Good,
about.
like,
We don't want to put him
commentator.
on the spot and not have him know what. Not want to have him not.
Oh
talk to
yes,
Oh,
this
oh,
one.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Red light runner right there. First one of the day. First one of the show that we've got while watching anyway.
Let's go
Um,
one.
You just won. And an ABS violation right there.
Oh.
Right there. Oh. For those listeners who aren't aware, ABS stands for Advanced Bicycle Stop, which isn't actually what it's called, but it's where the little bicycle stop is down there. Cars and buses are not allowed to enter that area. That's for bicycles only. Not scooters, we found out. Not scooters.
Yeah, so
Not
I thought it
motorcycles?
was scooters.
Yeah, because if you're
His bum's
spotter,
over.
we need a spotter. Is that over the line? Over the line? Yeah, we think it's over the line. Okay, we're gonna count it.
Should we count
If
it?
it's over the line, we gotta count it.
Mate, it's not much over the
Oh, at this rate, it's been 4 minutes and we've had 2. If we extrapolate that
last
for
week we had quite a lot in the first few minutes as well.
anyways, fine. Yeah, I mean, it would be
There's
unlikely
a lot
to
of things
extrapolate
happening in
this.
this office.
Yeah, I know. There's people everywhere. Jeez.
It's normally just us just talking into a mic.
Yeah. Well, occasionally people come and see us. Since we're so popular here at the Bus Factor, you know, we have a lot of people. Did you tweet, by the way?
Huh?
Did you tweet, by the way?
I had it laid out,
Oh, you didn't do it?
and
No,
I've tweeted
No
now.
wonder we're still under
4
10.
minutes.
No wonder we're under 10,000 viewers right now. You know, crank those numbers up to more than 10,000.
We've had quite a few views total.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, do we want to take some news?
Which news?
Let's start with the bus news since we've
The
got more
bus
of that.
news. Yeah, okay. Well, we've just guessed how many red lights we reckon would run.
Yep.
So we've generated a few complaints, I guess.
Okay, don't lump with me in with this. You've generated a few complaints. I've been complicit with some complaints.
Okay, sure. So I wasn't actually here for the bus apocalypse.
It's true. We had Mr. Fincham on. I
Yeah.
think, when that happened.
So during that week, it was pretty hectic, right?
Pretty hectic. Yeah, I think people were not used to it, and it was scary, and buses and.
How many complaints do you reckon were made?
At least 7, probably more.
At least 7.
Yeah, probably a little bit more, but I'm going to say at least 7.
How
Wait,
many
let
of
me
those
guess.
7 do you
Mhm.
think were bus red light runners?
Like less than 5%.
Less than 5% of at least 7.
Yeah.
Do you
I'd be
reckon that
surprised if
7 is very accurate?
maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm not working with a lot of data here. Oh, I will say he's safe. He's on the white,
Oh,
but
yeah.
a police officer might give him a fine for that if he was in a bad mood. But we will let him go.
Because I heard that it was closer to over 1,000.
Yeah, over 1,000. Interestingly, the number you're quoting is only for one bus company as well. That was just Transit.
Yeah, that was Transurban, and
Mm.
the others were like a couple hundred each or something.
Yeah, like it's crazy. That's insane numbers.
Yeah,
Couple
so
1,000 complaints in 1 week.
just
Yeah. So
so
first
bad.
week of the buses, bam.
Did
1,000
you read
complaints.
some of the complaints? Like some of them were
No.
like the bus brakes so heavily that children on a school bus fell
Oh.
over and got a bruise on
Oh
their
yeah, I think I
face.
did see some of the things.
Like-
Oh man. Speaking of, did you
And kids were like not allowed off just to teach them a lesson.
oh yeah, I read that one. I did see some of them. Yeah, I
I'm
must have
like,
read that.
wow,
Yeah, it's
like
fucking hardcore, right? I saw on r/Wellington last night or sometime recently. Someone was holding one of the like things, you know, the hand things that you hold, and it literally tore off. It literally tore off when when they went through a stop.
so they picked up what thing?
They were holding the hand thing, you know, standing on the bus, holding their hand up, left hand up.
Oh
in the air,
yeah.
and bus braked heavily as they do, flies
Oh
through.
my god.
And it completely snapped off. Like all the things come out,
Mate.
and they just fell over. Like a bit of a health and safety issue there.
Yeah, so I was actually on the bus because you know how they recently turned the buses into like cattle buses, like
They removed the seats.
yeah, took out all
Oh yes,
the
I
seats.
kind of.
Yeah.
We got
right,
people
so
around the
that's
office
that.
today. That's all the mumbles.
Yeah, we have a potential guest. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We don't have much news, so
Need to stretch it out today.
yeah. So they changed the buses into this like cattle bus. So
They
no,
removed the seats.
no
Don't
more
call it a
seats.
kettle bus.
and people complained because some of the handholds up the top are quite hard to reach for average height people.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so- What's this guy
guy?
up to? What do we count that as?
I'll call it an ABS.
2 ABS violations there. That guy was like, I'm going for it. No, I shouldn't. Yeah, so this is the buses that they removed all the seats from. So I was standing only to try
Yeah.
and fit more
So
people on.
I was on the bus, and like there were these girls that were like talking about bus things. And,
Yeah,
like,
they're on a
'cause,
bus.
yeah, pretty much every time I'm on the bus, people were just like talking about
How the buses suck.
yeah, pretty much. And these girls were like kind of demonstrating that it was actually like really hard to do it amongst
Yeah.
themselves. And I was just standing there like just smirking, and they saw me like just smirking, and they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Everyone's just laughing at it.
Bit ridiculous.
I
isn't
had
it?
one weird experience on a bus where
Really? You? A weird experience on a bus? That seems crazy.
so the bus cut some guy off, like almost like scraped along the side of them.
Like a car?
Yeah, a car. So it was
Okay.
like 2 lanes merging into one, and the bus was just like, fuck it, I'll merge now.
What's the car got to do? Bus
And
driver doesn't give a shit about the
People
bus.
sitting down were like, yeah, it was quite close. I was a bit worried, but it wasn't the bus driver's fault. And I was like, wait, what? Did I see the same thing?
Was it the bus driver's fault?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Sometimes
It was a mixture of both. Like,
yeah. I think like generally cars are more maneuverable than buses.
yeah. So it was a point where like the bus like merged heaps earlier than it should have.
That's
Like,
probably a good thing because if he merges later, like there's less room to maneuver.
yeah, fair enough. But yeah, like
Or
he merged
ABS
into
violation
a
right
car.
here. Crank the numbers up. 3-3.
Fuck, we're running through them.
Well, is that even a bus? Is that like a
I think it's like a different route or something. I
yeah, a bit
don't
weird.
know.
Okay. Well, we talked about the number of complaints. Should we go
We
to some
should
tech
say
news
that
briefly?
the complaints dropped down after the first week
They did, but it's
to like 700.
it's seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's been lots of meetings. There's name a thing. They've brought in experts. They've flown in experts.
and
having a
no one
select
is owning
committee.
up to like anything.
But that's because everyone from the get-go was like, "This is gonna suck." Like
Nothing's
every single
wrong.
person. Meatlink was like, "This is gonna suck." Council was like, "This is gonna suck." Like everyone said that, so no one can. You can't be like, you said it was going to be awesome, because everyone involved knew it was going to suck. So who
Yeah.
can you blame, right?
Pretty bizarre.
It's a bit weird. Should we get some tech news out of the way?
Yeah, I guess we could.
Okay.
Which one would you want to start with?
Well, given there's like one. Wait, what, is there a second thing there? What's the second thing there? Oh, that's this thing. It's the first
it's
one.
the
Yeah.
same
Okay.
one. So that's one and that's two.
Okay. Hey, have you ever?
Ooh, easy there, easy.
Whoops. Sorry.
Standing on yourself.
Have you ever heard of those people who smoke the marijuana?
I have heard of people that smoke marijuanas.
Do you see where I'm going with this yet? Have you figured it out?
Mate, I think I don't know.
No, you don't know? You don't know? You don't know? Okay, what about this? What about this? What happens if you smoked so much of the marijuana?
Marijuana. It's quite a Mexican sounding word.
Yeah, that's you know about the history of the word, right?
I do.
Okay. That was intentional then. But you smoked the marijuana, but also you are a CEO of a company
Yep.
named Tesla
Oh, Tesla. I think
and
I've heard of them.
SpaceX. Yeah, because you're Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? Did you see? I haven't seen the video, but there's heaps of screenshots online of Elon Musk trying to smoke a joint and doing a really bad job. He's like super red face. He's like, it looks really ridiculous. Anyway, that was a segue. It wasn't really a segue. That was a weird intro to this story here.
It was quite weird.
The Tesla key fobs for keyless entry, and it's worth pointing out this applies to more than just Tesla, but people like doing Tesla-related car hacking because unlike a lot of people, Tesla pays out. That was a car went through a red light there.
It was.
Tesla pays out. So if you're doing cryptography, right? You're a little cryptographer. You're designing a new system. You've got a brand new car. Tesla is a brand new car. They can design it from the ground up.
Bus's paint job is real shit.
Yeah, it is actually. Maybe it's old. Yeah, a bit weird. So you're designing a new cryptographic system, a very new car, no legacy to worry about.
Yep.
How many of the bits do you use in your cryptography?
So, but before we start with this, I would
Okay.
first question I would ask as a cryptographer,
Yeah, which we're
is-
not, by the way, if anyone's wondering.
will my cryptography be exported back in the 1970s?
Will I need to worry about the 1970s cryptographic exporting laws in the United States?
Side note,
Yeah.
I like how to get around this copyright of export restrictions on crypto stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They published a book that just printed out the source code for GNU PG.
Yeah, because you weren't allowed to export the code, but you could the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was also the guy who memorized the source code line by line and took a flight over to another country and transcribed out the source code.
Yeah. It
Because he had to remember it in his head. Yeah, the laws still apply today, actually.
Yeah, I believe they do. But yeah, so the reason why I bring that up is because I believe if I'm going to design a new system, cryptographic system, that has export-related functionality, I'll put like 40 bits maybe.
40 bits, maybe.
Because
What
that's all I
about-
can.
What about if you're not a complete fucking idiot? What about if you're just not retarded? You weren't smoking the marijuana at this point.
48?
48 bits, maybe.
Nah, I think the next one's 56.
I
that
think
you can do.
NIST has a standard, and they're like anything less than like 3096 bits or like 3192 or something on like a symmetric cryptography.
Look at that cyclist stopping for the red light.
Oh no, public cryptography using like RSA, like prime number stuff.
Yeah.
3000 bits is minimum.
Yeah.
Less than 3000, not good enough. Yeah, that's the current NIST standard, I believe, and it is.
Depends if it's RSA or elliptic curve, though.
Yeah, elliptic curve has a different thing, but RSA, like prime-based stuff, 3000. They say 2048 is probably good enough. 1024, I think, is not good enough these days. They tend to just be like, there's not really, like, it's not a practical. You can't really do practical attacks on it, but they consider it not good enough.
So this was the key fob system for the cars that use this 40-bit crypto,
keyless
right?
entry, and for those who haven't linked it together yet, Tesla was doing keyless entry with key fobs, which were using 40-bit crypto, which is that's pretty low
Yeah,
how
it
much
is
do we
pretty low.
need? You can do like what? You can do a tax on like 128 bit these days.
Yeah, you can do that on like a cheap, shitty laptop.
128 bit, like a real time 128 bit is still pretty tough.
Yeah, in real time, but you can.
Compute some rainbow tables, can't
Yeah.
ya? With a 40 bit, like so in this case, the Tesla key fobs took some like single digit terabytes of single digit of terabytes of rainbow tables.
Yeah,
And I mean, I have 40 terabytes at home, right? So 4 terabytes is like pretty low. So yeah, but as the researchers pointed out, they're like everyone's picking on Tesla for doing these like 40-bit key
Yeah.
fobs. Tesla was the only company they could actually report it to. They tried to report it to like McLaren and a few other places, and they were just like, what? No, ignore.
that's theoretically possible.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Unless they prove it, blah, blah,
McLaren
blah.
came back and were like, we
So I'd
acknowledge
say
this
next
is a
week.
theoretical.
Next week it will be proved, and there'll be rainbow tables.
Yeah, well, maybe we should get a McLaren. We could put that towards the research budget, right? We'll like get a nice McLaren and we'll do some research.
Would you download a car?
I fucking would if I could. Hell yeah. Can you imagine that? If I could like fucking 3D print a proprietary car, fuck yeah, I'd do that. Fuck the government, man. I don't need that. Fuck corporations.
Do open source cars exist?
Mm,
Like,
we're,
actually?
we're hearing from the audience.
There are
Yes,
some, yeah.
there we are.
We've
open source
got a guess.
I presume they suck, but honestly, I don't know. Yeah, okay, they suck. Yeah. To be fair, proprietary cars also suck quite often as well, don't they? But
I mean,
Yeah.
in general, like open source can have
has a
bad-
few usability issues, you might
Yeah.
say. And I think if you're driving a car, some
Your
of the
mileage may vary.
your mileage may vary. They also tend to have like a kind of reliability issues. I think a lot of the time, like because that can happen. So possibly not what
Oh
you want
wow,
to drive. in a car.
there is actually quite a few of them.
Wow. Okay. Do you like CNC print them yourself, or like how do
There's
you
a
do you machine
Google
them?
car?
An
That's-
open source Google car?
Yeah.
Hardware Google? Like, is the hardware open source? How's it work? Not 3D printed. Yeah, because it'd be
Um,
pretty tough to 3D print a car.
Oh, that doesn't exist.
But if all the parts are available, like the designs for them, you could get
Yeah, it
someone to
looks
machine
like
it for you.
designs for these.
Damn, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
You should
guess,
get one.
like,
Hack on it and make it better.
yeah, kit cars,
Yeah.
open source cars. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Wow, look at those people almost getting run over. I do think it'd be cool to see someone get run over. Like maybe
I like
not.
how we're at 3 and 3. One of us will
Yeah.
win. One
Yeah.
of us.
Or
Just
like,
depending on
one of
whether
those
it's a red light
freak-
or an ABS.
One of those freak accidents where they completely smash the front of the bus, like it's completely destroyed, and you're like, that person's dead, and they get up and walk off.
Oh, I know.
And you're like, nice, we can still show this. We can take this and clip it and like share it everywhere and not go to
oh, yeah,
prison.
because you're like not allowed to share it if someone dies or something, eh?
Yeah, snuff content is frowned upon in some areas.
But you could cut it like just before.
Yeah, I guess so. Facebook has a lot of snuff content on it. Like,
Really?
because like people have live streamed themselves, killing themselves and stuff, or like going on shooting rampages and stuff. And Facebook
Facebook
wants people to view their stuff, so
We've got a dislike button.
yeah, vote that down.
Facebook doesn't have dislike yet.
Don't they? Don't they have like they have the like
They've
reaction
got like
faces or whatever?
reactions, but like it's still just a like.
Oh wow, okay, weird. I react with disgust. I react with the acknowledgement of moral repugnance. Okay, what else we got? We got oh yeah, there's some of the Windows CVEs. You see
Oh,
this
what an ABS. That's the second white one with an ABS.
racist motherfucker.
Hmm.
Damn. You don't need to assign
It's
color
got
to
a
these
bit of
buses.
blue in them. Just a little strip.
Yeah, the ABS.
We just got asked about the ABS. So the ABS is the green bike box.
separate score.
score.
Yeah. We do occasionally count half buses, but not often. We just normally if Hugh's not here, we'll do it because Hugh doesn't like half buses. But
Mate, you can't have a half bus.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. When you're here, we can't. But when you leave, all holds come off. We can have half buses, quarter buses. We try and stay away from the third buses because it gets a little bit hard to count at that point.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's in the ABS.
He's over. He's over.
Not by much, but he is in it. You may notice we have less ledge this week. This is because it's not raining, so we can like put the camera further out.
Yeah.
Some weeks it is raining, and The ledge is where it gets wet.
Um,
Okay, what else we
why
got?
did you mention the ledge just then? Are we allowed to mention the ledge?
What do you, why wouldn't we? Oh, my chest is sore.
Because it's secret, I thought.
The ledge is secret?
The ledge project.
The Ledge Project. What even are you talking about? Cool. That place was called Pizzazz, like P-Z-A-Z-Z.
It's got some pizzazz to it.
So Patch Tuesday. Do you see the fucking sweet bugs Patch Tuesday this month?
Oh, yeah, that had quite a few.
What did it have? It had the Prevesk. So this was a local Prevesk from not like a Sanity user account. This is the one Sandbox Escape had dropped on Twitter 2 weeks ago. I think we talked about it at the time. I had a patch for that. Had a Hyper-V escape, like guest to host. Like, damn, that's pretty good. Also had image to code exec. Like, fuck me. So I know one of the things I like to recommend is using Credential Guard and Device Guard, which for those who don't know, that's like Windows' way of like all the SAM stuff. I don't know how it's implemented, and I'm not a Windows guy, so I'm probably, don't quote me on this.
You're not a Windows guy.
I'm not a Windows guy.
What are you running back there?
I run Windows, but I don't know about it. It's kind of like I catch a bus occasionally, but ask me how a bus works, and I'll be
So
like, I don't
you're
know.
not just a computer guy. You use a computer, but you're not good with computers.
I'm not good with computers. I swear, I've broken 2 computers today
Today
in
was
unrelated
nuts.
incidents.
Oh,
And if you count the number of virtual machines that were destroyed, I've destroyed like 25
we dropped like
computers.
4 hours into just resolving that issue.
And it's
today.
not even resolved. It's just we just made it worse.
No,
We resolved the lesser of the 2 issues
we
and
got something
fucked
working.
up the big one. Anyway, the point is a lot of computers aren't working on my fault today. So no, I'm not good with computers. Where was I? Yeah. Device Guard and Credential Guard, they run like the SAM stuff in a hypervisor, Hyper-V, and that way if someone pops you, they can't run Mimikatz. Device Guard stops Mimikatz. I presume there could be a way to violate it, but still, it's pretty good and I genuinely recommend it. Doesn't mean shit if you've got a Hyper-V escape, doesn't it?
No, not really.
So if you combine all these issues, that is view an image, get root on any device, even with Device Guard and Credential Guard, which is damn badass.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Supposedly there's a font parsing bug in there as well. I didn't read through all of them. The image one is the one I want to see a proof of concept for. Microsoft has said that there are public exploit details, but I haven't seen them. So as far as I know, no one knows where they are. So maybe if you know Russian, go check out those Russian forums and hook us up with the sweet POC, please. Anyway, I reckon that one will serve us for a while because image to RCE is pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you know what affected from Windows 8 upwards?
From 8.
8 upwards, pretty good.
That's 8 and 10?
8 and 10, mate. And a few servers, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Though it's harder to coax a server into viewing an image. So, meh.
Nah, he's good. He's good.
Okay, we got, what about, you want to go something else? We want to change lanes? What's the, we want to bring in a guest? We want to...
I don't know. Do we want a guest? Oh, a guest is struggling.
I've got a pretty dry throat, so I might be interested in taking a break while I lubricate myself.
We can talk
Okay,
momentarily.
let's bring on a guest, and I will hand it over and you can talk.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
not too bad. So how do you want to get introduced?
I don't know. How do you want to introduce me?
I don't know. Hey, however you want.
Well, go on then.
This guy is Dave,
Wiley Dave.
Wiley Dave.
Yeah.
He does some Wiley stuff.
I need to register the website wileydave.com or .org.
.com.
Well, what do you
Ooh,
think? What do you
I don't
think? .org or .com? Personal website. Tough one.
.me.
DavePierce.com is already taken, so that's not going to happen.
There's a .me that's a lot of people use.
.me.
Or
WileyDave.me.
.name.
Nah, .names. That's
Or
naff.
.party.
Nah.
We're the Bus Factor .party. We are.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, anyway, this is Dave from Victoria University. He does.
Nice glasses, as usual.
Yeah, I was just getting the monitor headphones on. So there was a bit of silence. Yeah, so
Can you tell if I'm loud enough or if I'm not loud enough?
I can now. Yes,
Good.
I couldn't before. I
Right.
just thought we were talking quite quietly. Yeah, so you're from uni. we've had you on the show before, haven't we?
Yeah, that's right. Some time
Um,
ago, a couple of months before your trip away, right?
Yeah, it was maybe a month before, I think.
Okay.
Um,
No. A month before your trip, I mean.
oh, yeah.
Not a month from now. It was like 3
Oh,
months
no,
ago.
yeah,
It was like ages.
yeah.
Big time.
So you were a big fan of buses, weren't you?
Well, yeah. I haven't travelled on buses that much of late, I have to say. Oh, did you get one, did you?
Yeah, there was one
Wow.
there. We can see there, just the tail end.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Oh, you're playing that on replay. What's that, like a minute
Um,
behind or something? 30 seconds behind?
However slow the internet is.
Right, okay. Gotcha.
We do have a replay scene, which we can do that.
Just to maximise the enjoyment. Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. Buses. Yeah, the whole Wellington bus thing kind of passed me by, the recent news and everything that's been going on. I mean, I've paid attention to it, but I have not been on one of those double deckers yet. So
Oh, you should go on the double decker. It'll remind you
Well,
of home.
I have been to a few. Yeah, that's right. I've been to a few in the UK, obviously. So, I guess it would remind me of home. Maybe London. That's what some people say.
Yeah.
You know, riding the night bus back in London.
So
So,
call them toasters over there, don't you?
what?
Oh, my sister called them toasters. Like they just get real hot.
Giant. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, are you going to give us an update on Project X? That's what I was wondering.
Project X or Project 11?
I don't know. I thought it was Project X. Maybe it's Project 11. Is it? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, Project 11.
Yeah. Progress.
Yeah,
Status.
progress is being made. We should have something to show you next
For the
week,
demo
maybe?
day.
Yeah, not for the demo. Well, we'll have something by
What's
the demo
What's the project about again?
day. Automatically detecting buses running red lights.
Oh, really? So this is it going to work
It's looking pretty good.
using OpenCV?
Yeah, so they've got a couple of solutions, but they're working on OpenCV at the
Yeah.
moment.
Definitely easiest.
And yeah, it's
So
looking-
training it? Are you training it with some data? Are you capturing live data?
I'm not training it. I've got lackeys to
I
train it.
know. They are training it.
Yeah. They go through all this. They listen to us.
Okay.
And yeah.
And just based off your camera right here.
Yeah. That's
Pretty
kind of
low
why
tech.
Stephen mentioned the ledge issue, because we used to have the camera a bit further back and you could see the ledge. And
Right, yeah. That was causing some problems with the recognition, was it?
we got an email saying,
An email.
yeah, they sent us an email being like, there's a ledge in the way. can you
Right.
not have a ledge in the way?
Okay.
I mean, this tree in the middle is going to bloom as well at some point.
But presumably the recognition, as long as you can you put it in this, you got to put it in the same place every time, right? That's the kind of problem, isn't it?
No, OpenCV manages quite well with that. So
Okay.
basically, when you start it, like the thing they're building, when you start it, you have to say where the light is, and then it'll calibrate everything on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I actually haven't used it, so yeah, sweet. Yeah, well, the tree will just be factored out, basically, because it'll be in every shot, so.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
sweet.
yeah, we were looking at getting it running tonight, but ran into a few issues.
That would be sweet. So what will you do? In your first outing, will you run it alongside your own personal recording?
Yeah, so
Bit of a test run?
you can run it live.
Is this a user study? Did they have to file for human ethics approval to do this?
I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'll let Uni deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah, like we can set it up so the webcam goes through another piece of software to split it, so we can stream it out and also run it. So we have like what it's doing,
Yeah.
but then that's not going on the stream.
Right, okay. What you want to see is the little boxes around stuff, right? Can you do
Yeah, I
that?
mean it has like a million boxes.
Yeah, okay.
See a
That's cool.
dining table,
Yeah, yeah.
chair
Right.
before you train it.
Got you. Yeah.
It's got a lot of dining tables and chairs and stuff.
Oh, sounds like an exciting project, I've got to say. The future.
Yeah, it wasn't the most exciting of all the projects up there
That you're involved in? Or
that the students could pick.
Right.
There was like one to do with rockets and stuff.
Have they started writing their report? Are you helping them here? Or
No, we're
don't
just
get
product
involved in that?
owners,
Okay.
so we just say do this,
Make.
do that.
build?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, okay.
Get
Deliver.
angry if they don't do stuff.
What have you got them coding it in?
They're working in Python.
Oh, hang on.
That's you. That's
me.
me.
And how many lines of code are they going to deliver?
No idea. We haven't set a limit. So
Right,
could
not a
be
minimum.
anything.
I was thinking of a minimum, maybe more than 10 at least. Hopefully
know.
for the project.
We could find out how much we have. I don't know. It wasn't working before, as I was saying, but we do have the code. Live code count.
What WL minus L? Oh. Bit ropey.
Yeah. Have to find where it is. God.
Okay, dude. I mean, really?
Yeah. gotta know now.
Is it just one Python file?
It's not. It's got a few.
Okay.
It's got what? That many?
Oh, files, right? Yeah. So you're gonna do a grep? Oh, find it.
That needs to
You
be
need a star. Find star.
Nah, mate, you don't know how find works.
Okay, fine. Well, I do use find, but hey, don't worry about it.
Well, got
Oh dear.
31 files, Python files.
Right. Okay. So then you want to do this, don't you? Although this could be a problem. But anyway.
Oh no! What?
Oh, do I want? I really want that, not that. Is that gonna work?
Nah,
double
what-
quoting.
What are you up to? Nah.
Ah,
That's not it. You
pipe it in,
wanna
just pipe it in. Wow.
pipe to cat to word count minus L. It's got one line.
I think xargs you don't need. Why do you?
Yeah,
need
you don't
xargs?
need a pipe there. Got there we go. That many number of lines.
1200.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Not bad for what? How many weeks have they done now? We've done 12 plus 2. That's 14 plus another 4 for the break. That's 18 weeks plus what are we week? We've done 6 plus 8, so 24 roughly.
This is the math portion of the show.
Yeah. 24 weeks, 1200 lines of code. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. A lot of training data. It's all in the training data, though, right?
Yeah, pretty
It's a
much.
big wodge of binary blob that is the training data.
Yeah, I think some of this is training stuff.
Mm.
That might be not Python ones. They were saying they were building a testing framework
Right. For AI.
for like just generating all the images and stuff.
So then what are you going to do? So when you make it work, are you actually going to just officially record all your scores using that?
Don't know. We'll probably it'll be made in a way that we can also help train it. So we'll do that and get it going good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. See what happens.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you see? I've got some tech news for you.
What tech news do you
I
have?
tweeted about this. So obviously, Oracle's have been releasing some info about Java 11, right?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, a bit.
Super exciting. So what do you think? So I don't know. Is it just me, or is the numbering scheme that they're using for Java now really stupid?
Yep.
I mean, really?
Do you mean now or?
I mean, like right now, yeah, as in Java 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go with that.
Yeah. I mean, Java, the history of Java has been like pretty bad.
Pretty
naming
all over the
scheme.
place, I guess.
Yeah, you go from 1 to 1.4 and then suddenly that's 4, 5. Except 5 is also 1.5.
Well, what did you first use then? What was your first Java?
I think it was 1.2.
Ooh. 1.2, that's quite late in the day, mate.
Yeah.
Now, mine was 1.02, which
Oh,
was
yeah?
pretty much the beginning. Long time. You
Steven's just like died.
Do you want to jump back on now?
Steven's just like literally just sitting on the stairs.
He's crashed. Are you
Looking
feeling
like he's
all right? Are you
crying.
feeling unwell. All right. Well, fun times. I'll leave you to it. All right.
I'm fine.
You can have those.
Just winning my throat with tears.
I was like, where is he? Like, can't see it.
It's behind the whiteboard. Yeah.
we talked about Project 11. So you
Yeah, I
could just
heard
hear
that.
everything.
Yeah, I heard. It was just,
Man, I thought you were just like in the toilet for like 10 years.
nah, just eyes closed, just chilling out. No, I'm pretty sleepy. I woke up. Sleeping patterns pretty bad. So that seems like a recipe for disaster.
Do you
Um,
reckon?
Maybe. Yeah, that's actually what the SS and SS23 stands for. Super sleepy. Or alternatively, Sleepy Steven.
What time we got?
Did you guys check for buses as that was happening?
Yeah, kind of. I was trying to keep it up. We're up to 5-5 now.
Does that mean that one of us wins, right?
Yeah,
I had
both of
4-5,
us.
right? I had 4-5.
No, we both had 3-4. Well, I had 3-4 and you
No,
had
wait,
4-3.
hang on. You had 5-4, and I had
Oh, this
4-5.
is 2 at once.
Oh,
Nice double.
you had 5,
I
4,
had
5.
3-4.
You had 4-5, and I had 5-4.
Okay, but it was 3-4 and 4-3. But
Oh, was that 3-4 and 4-3?
yeah.
It was 5-4 and 4-5.
Well, does it really matter?
Maybe I could be winning. Can I be winning? I don't know. If I can be winning, then yes, it matters. Otherwise, no, I'm fine.
What should we talk about?
We got some more news there, haven't we? Right, we still got another.
We do.
What's Windows? What Windows
We've talked about that, like all the Windows
shall?
shells.
What's the last word there?
Shell. Oh,
Trend.
yeah,
Yes.
trend is
we
a
didn't talk
different.
about
Yep.
that. Do you know the company
I do know the company Trend.
Trend Small?
Trend.
Sorry, no, Trend Micro.
Micro,
I get
yeah.
Small Micro.
I thought it was Nano.
Trend I should have done that. That'd been better. Did you see they had a bunch of their applications removed from the Apple App Store?
I did.
Mm.
Did they give a reason?
Well, who's they? Apple.
They.
Apple didn't give a reason that I know of, not to the public. Some people on Twitter were like analyzing the apps and found that they were sending things like browsing data, I believe. We got an ABS. Sending things such as browsing data off to like a random registrar owned by spyware or something.
Yeah, it was pretty dodge.
It looked real dodge. Anyway, Trend came back and were like, whoa. We are not anything to do with spyware. We were only taking your browsing history and sending it to our servers in AWS. Don't worry, guys. It's fine.
Because that's better.
I mean, yes, it's better.
Slightly.
Is it good? No, it's better. So yeah, anyway, they had some of their apps removed. I guess they'll just fix them up to
Yeah.
not do that. They said it was an accident, though it's kind of hard to implement that kind of thing as an accident. So that being said, like some of the apps that I've reviewed, and I'm like, you have more analytics code than you have functional code. Like most of your application right now is just analytics. So maybe it's possible that it was an accident. They included a library they shouldn't have, and now they have this. Are you gonna try and set up some B-roll or something? Is that what you're gonna try and do here?
I am.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm happy to. 1 second.
Oh, well, I'll set it up
Sorry, yawning.
in a bit.
In a bit. Why didn't we should have done this earlier if you wanted to do it? Okay. Anyway, yeah. Trend. That's funny. Ha 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 ha. Security. New iPhone.
XS?
Yeah, I didn't read about it. It seems new iPhone. Dual SIM iPhone, which as the reason I have an Android is because it has dual SIM and iPhones haven't had it. I think it's hard to be a security practitioner and not acknowledge that iPhones are more secure. But yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, well, you probably want to turn that off, right? It's bad. Seems like a bad idea. 3D print someone's face. Bam. Sorted. Get into their phone. Mm-hmm.
They have done some tests. I looked into this actually. Some experiments to see how you could actually break the, if you
The facial detection.
the facial detection. So
Yep.
if you let's imagine that you're, someone in your house had a phone that you wanted to break. What are you going to do? So let's imagine that they're sleeping at night.
Mm-hmm.
You could like hold the phone over their face.
Yeah.
I know Apple have thought about this. So what you've actually got to do is you've actually got to print out some eyes, put it on them when they're sleeping, and then
and then it'll do it.
then you can do it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because
You're
there are
really-
limits to how well this kind of tech works, right? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we've heard some jobs like that. I did hear about the one where like a mother and daughter or something like that looked so similar that the iPhone was just like, yeah, I'll unlock that. And it's a kind of like a freak accident, that kind of thing. It's kind of like if you found the same person who has the same fingerprint as you, that does happen. Yeah, hash collision, yeah. And mother and daughter are quite likely to have the same facial structure, which is actually an interesting thing from an adversarial perspective, is that like your family are some of the people most likely to try and break into your phone.
Yeah.
And using facial recognition means they have a closer hash. They might be more likely to get in. So
what's the best way to break into an iPhone then?
there's no good ways.
I
That's
can tell you a good way, actually.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, there's a few ways. Okay. To be fair, a lot of the time when I think of breaking into iPhone, I'm like, it's like a clean iPhone that I've stolen from someone, and that person has really good security, and that's kind of like my mental model for how do I break an iPhone.
Okay.
With my brother,
Aha.
okay, so you clean his phone, hand it back to him, and go, oh, can you unlock it? And then you just grab and look at where the greasy fingerprints are, and you're like, that's your lock code.
There's some other ways, right?
Yeah, what do you reckon?
So if you've got particularly if it's a friend or a family member, right?
Mm-hmm.
The most easiest way to do it is actually not to use their phone, but just to log onto their laptop, right? So they've got a MacBook or something.
Yeah.
Just go onto the Apple website. It tells you how to, whatever it is, do the
Find my iPhone or whatever.
No. Boot up into safe mode, right? Then you can bring up a terminal, and then you can, presuming they haven't encrypted the disk, you can then just go through and find the iPhone backup, and at that point, copy that onto a USB stick, and that iPhone backup is got everything in it.
Does it have their PIN code and stuff?
It may do.
Because if it does, then because I guess it depends on what you're trying to achieve. But yeah, that's a good way of doing it. If
Because
you
the
have
format,
access
the
to
format that they, I can't remember what it is now, but the format that the files are stored in is not super complicated. It's easy to do.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of iPhone and stuff is just SQLite databases,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is
So,
literally once you decode it, right?
yeah.
It's just a billion SQLite databases.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
mad.
Yeah, it's like if you try and like adversarially, your family is like so different. It's like one of the things people gave Chrome.
Not that I'd practice any of this stuff, just so we know.
People gave Chrome a lot of shit for a long time
Hacker
because
Dave.
you can get into like the password store. Like you just click show me all the passwords that you're storing,
Yeah.
and it would show you. And for a long time, I was pretty diehard on the side of the fence of like, hey, if someone has code exec on your computer, if someone can run code on your computer, there is nothing you can do to stop them getting out those passwords.
Yeah.
There is nothing. And that's true. But if you just want to stop Hugh, your coworker, from like stealing all your passwords in the 1 minute you've gone to the bathroom,
I stole them today.
you did steal my passwords today, then that, just
From
prompting
the
for a
super
password.
secret one that said secret passwords, please no hack.
Yeah, that's my KeePass database. Is secret _passwords _please _no.
I had to
hack.
use it.
Because here's the thing: if you're a hacker and you hack into corporate place and they have like secret passwords.exe, how to kill babies.exe, mill-industrial government contracts.exe, people are gonna be like, yeah, screw that company. If you hack me and secret passwords, please no hack, you'll be like, oh, I don't want to. I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna do this guy like that, right? It's gonna maybe. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been
You should
hacked
set
yet.
it up so it automatically locks after 10 minutes or something.
They would have just created problems today. And like I said, if someone has code exec on your computer,
If you did, I would have just grabbed my laptop.
there's two cases here, right? There's someone is unsophisticated, in which case I probably don't need to worry about it because they won't have access to my room or my computer, especially my work computer. And then there's like the sophisticated case where if they ever get code exec on my computer, my KeePass is locked. It's not going to help me.
Yeah.
It's not going to help me. It's like the whole thing. You know what really grinds my gears? Servers where sudo requires a password. Because here's this. Get this. If you have access to someone's low privileged user account and they have the ability to run sudo commands if you know their password, all you do is set up a like bash profile with sudo aliased to /temp/backdoored sudo,
Yeah.
and that backdoored sudo just acts like sudo but stores the password.
Or
And then
you can just shove it in their path. Like you can just
that's
create
what I'm saying. Like put it in
Yeah.
their path. Like make
Or
it so
you
that
said
when they run
alias.
sudo, whatever. The point is that you have a way to capture their password.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help you. All it does is gives you a false sense of security. Like, boom, well, sudo prompts for passwords. Therefore, whatever. Like I don't. It doesn't. Yeah. Though it does protect against the thing where you leave a terminal unlocked and someone has access for 5 seconds or whatever. And but I just.
But
I
then
just-
in that 5 seconds, you can still get away with getting the low priv access.
yeah, it's true.
Long
So
term.
who knows if it's really?
Yeah, but you can set up
Yeah.
remote access. Like you can.
you can set up remote
reverse
access as
tunnel
low prov.
in
Yeah.
like a minute. Like-
So I don't know. I tend to not enjoy sudos that require passwords.
Oh, this
um,
guy.
I was watching the replay and I was like, "What are you talking about? Wait, no, hang on. Is he actually real late? No, mate. Look at him. He's passed the line. We made the rule.
Mate, did you see that one? No, it was another guy. He went the other way.
Oh, was there another way? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay, fine. I wasn't watching. I just thought the guy who's currently
Yeah,
static.
this guy's fine.
Yeah. Number
mean-
25 something. I can't
From
remember the
premier brands to pre-loved bargains, we're your shopping connection.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I don't really think of like going on the bus to shop much. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't really associate those two. Especially because it's annoying to carry lots of shopping on a bus.
It is.
I don't even like carrying groceries on a bus. I've done it before, like regularly. Just annoying.
That one doesn't have anything written on it.
What one? Oh yeah,
The
some of the buses
one in the
don't.
camera.
That's a different model, right? Yeah, like look at the like roof bits. He's a different model.
Yeah, it's the new one, but like
Is he a new one?
Yeah, I believe that's a new one. It's got the bike rack and it's got the weird upright thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, new one must be. I'll take your word for it.
Um,
Hey, what else we got? What's the time? We're pretty close to being done. We'll
Yeah.
probably go through a few of these. I think
Um,
we've talked about most of those ones.
yeah. So should we start up with
Are you going to show our
an image?
Okay, we're setting up some B-roll for you here. Some Brawl, as it was.
Oh, can't do that. Can't do that.
Why not?
It's not an image.
Oh, is it a movie? What's?
Oh, I might have to set up like a browser source.
Oh, we've done that before. So some of the hacks that we perform to make the show work are truly disgusting. Like anyone who actually works with, I don't know, like some kind of broadcasting things, if they see
so
our
this
setup.
thing here.
Is this live? Is this what people are seeing? Oh my, oh my God! This is how you did it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
You
kind
can
of
barely
annoying
see it.
that the default shows that.
Mm.
So this is a sinkhole in Newlands.
Sinkhole. Yeah, look at how the bus is like basically like straight, if you know what I mean. Like it hasn't gone into the sinkhole. It's just like crunched down a bit.
There was a video. We can watch the video.
Wait, is this keeping the what are people seeing right now? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Oh, I see. Hi, I see what you've done. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Supposedly, so it was a little bit unclear if there was a water main burst, but it was unclear if the water main burst after the bus sinkhole thing happened.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
Boom.
boy. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I was really annoyed. You know when we had our little spotters helping us out?
Yeah.
I was really annoyed that buses didn't go through red lights then.
Oh, I know, right? Because they would have got like real
they would have been like,
excited.
"Wow, fucking buses!"
And then
wah."
they would have been like, no, I want to stay.
Daddy, I want to take down these bus drivers. They're evil. Rah. But no.
Well, one
instead-
did go past it. They were like, what?
Oh yeah,
But it was
because
on
we
the
started
other side.
yelling. Was that when we? Yeah, we're like, "Rah! Rah! Buzzers. Ah." Okay, what else we got here? The sinkhole. Yeah, we talked about that, right?
Yeah. Sinkhole happened.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
The land was just opening up.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It's been worse.
Water was flowing from the underneath.
Burst water main. Yeah. You know what's? It's a little bit scary. Haven't had an earthquake in ages.
You should get my dad on the show and ask him about earthquakes.
Building up. You say what's wrong with that? There was one. Okay, there was one last
I
week. It was very
reckon-
small though.
I reckon there was
It happened
one
like when I
today.
was walking home. You reckon there was one today?
Yeah, I reckon.
Let's have a look. Come on.
there was
I
one.
love GeoNet. GeoNet has like one of the best websites I've used. And if you read like the architectural stuff, it's great.
Friday, September 14th.
2.6, mate.
At
Come
12:05
on.
p.m. Wasn't that when our servers died?
No, it was a little bit after
Mate, that was it.
that. After that.
3.4.
3.4. It's still,
That was
you wouldn't
last
even be able to
night.
feel it. Nah. Hey.
Well, we can.
There hasn't been
update
like a
this,
decent one for ages. Nah, crank it up. Light. Nah.
You would feel a lot.
Maybe you'd feel a 4.
You got a call going.
Is that to me, is it?
Yeah.
Should I answer it?
weeks ago when we first modded.
I'm going to answer it because it could be work related. 1 second. Keep talking. That was weird. They stopped calling.
Oh, good, I can talk again.
Why'd you stop talking?
I thought you said stop talking.
No, I said I'm going to stop talking, I think.
We had a lot of silence there.
Why? You shouldn't do that. Dead air is bad. I read on the internet that dead air is bad for podcasts.
Do you think our podcast is going well?
I mean, I just think that it'll go better if we don't have dead air. Right? Can't argue with them facts. Tie goes in, tie goes out. Can't explain that. That's dead air as well. Jesus.
Oh, something happened.
We must realize.
Oh, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Oh, skateboarder. Yeah, so we have had this before. We've had some people mad because we don't count cyclists going through red lights. Which, yeah, sure, cyclists.
Weird thing is, not many cyclists have been caught by us.
Yeah, it's true. More buses go through red lights than cyclists. There are more buses than cyclists, though.
But
so.
like most of the cyclists we see do stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. I probably wouldn't stop at this intersection if I was a cyclist, just because this one's not super important to stop at. But you know, good on them. So select committee is going to be a select committee talking about the buses. So people, I don't know, the articles are a bit weird. They're like, the select committee is going to grill everyone involved. And as I said, I think it was in the pre-show, no one involved in this thought it was going to go well. I think maybe it was during the show. I can't remember. So who are they going to grill? They're going to be like, oh, you did this. And the person's going to be like, look, I said this wasn't going to work. And they're going to be like, true, we can't blame you.
Well, what's weird is no one has actually owned up to any of the fuck-ups.
That's because, like, all the fuck-ups are, like, institutional, right?
Yeah.
They're like, you know, we picked a bad contract. And it's like, well, how do you, who did that?
I
It's
think
like, no,
when I was reading about the 1,000+ complaints, someone was just like, yeah, like we had a lot of changes. Like it's to be expected. We're going to get a lot of complaints. So they were kind of just like, yeah, like brush it under.
Yeah, people brush
it under.
everything off, right?
And I'm like, what? Yeah, like you shouldn't have changed like a million things. They changed literally everything they could.
yeah. And like some people are like, oh my God, can't we just change back? And the answer is no. No, we can't.
Brand new contracts. They're like locked in.
Yeah. And there's no out
No
for
way
like,
to like say they're
punish or
doing a shit job.
yeah.
They're having to introduce laws to.
Do you remember that? I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. We had a job. Do you remember the job we had here where big client, we tested something and we were like, you can't use this vendor. This vendor is literally the worst.
Here or across there? Like in this office or our last office?
I think it was the last office, yeah.
The big one, the one you got in legal trouble with.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, still using.
Yeah, we're like, don't use them. Don't use them. You will regret it. Like I guarantee that this is the worst thing. There's very good reasons for you not to use it. Like good reasons. So they went back to the vendor, were like, we got to drop you. And the vendor was like, you signed the contract. And they're like, what? You've signed the contract and there is no out for we're insecure.
Yep.
Unless you want to pay an extra $5 million, you're using us.
Yep.
And they have to use them.
Yep.
How fucked is that?
Yep.
And so they were just like, and like, if you think about.
And so they had to pay to get it all fixed as well. They were like, oh, extra development time. All right. Well.
Yeah. Fucked, man. Like, if you're a vendor and you don't let people. Well, I mean, if you're a vendor and you're shitty security, fuck you in the first place. But
you can probably get if you're a vendor with shitty security, you just don't give a shit anyway.
Yeah, so you're going to be doing that kind of shit. I just like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Like, and like, how shitty is everyone at that company who, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, very frustrating and bad security, bad. No, you suck. That's what I will think about that.
So even the transport minister had early warning signs. Like,
literally everyone involved was like, this is going to suck.
They were like, no, this isn't going to work.
It's not going to work.
Like, whatevers.
Yeah. Well, what you going to do? What were they going to do? They sunk cost, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've worked at a few places where it's like, when I'm like, don't do this. And it's like, well, we've already spent like so many development hours on it. We might as well do it. And it's like, no, you don't do it.
Yeah.
Sunk cost. People get it. Oh yeah, that was the last piece of the news. Yeah, that's all our news.
Man,
Done.
no one's been in the chat window. It
Not
makes us
today.
look like real.
We're just like hi, and then no one says anything hi back. If you're in the chat, just
Yeah.
flick us a message. First time, well, long time listener, first time chatter, isn't that what they say? Something like that.
Yeah. We do get
0800
people.
lonely hearts, right here.
All right. Shall we call that a day?
Yeah, I think we should. I'm tired as,
All right.
even with my little mini nap.
Oh no, we want to go to that.
So you
one.
said you're not going to be here next week?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be here next week.
Okay. I'll find someone to come on the show then. Hopefully someone who is okay with me breaking every computer I touch.
I might be in the chat, but
Okay. Well, we will see you next week. We need to do some uploads when we finish this as well.
yeah, we
Um,
haven't done last week's, have we?
We haven't. Okay.
Right.
Hopefully we'll get that all done, and we will see everyone next week. And until then, stay bussy.
See ya.